I know you said earlier that the support for RFK Jr. was split pretty evenly between Democrats and Republicans, but why are other third party candidates like Cornel West and Jill Stein effectively helping Donald Trump?
Well, those candidates are getting small to minimal votes, and they tend to draw it almost entirely from the left. So, so in that case, they do more likely than not. Although some of the people who vote for them are just people who wouldn't vote because they don't like the choice, so they wouldn't vote anyway. But to the extent that they do they drain off some percentage. Whereas Kennedy's in a different class, he's getting a potentially substantial vote, so that makes him, a fair candidate, and he's getting a substantial vote while making a minimal difference between the two candidates. So he's beginning, to run a real campaign, and he may run one.
And in a head to head matchup, as you already said, Donald Trump is beating President Joe Biden, but the his lead is decreasing month over month. Can you read the tea leaves here for us? Should he be worried? What does that look like?
This is going to be a tough race. I mean, this is going to be hard fought. I think Democrats have consolidated around their candidate. Republicans have mostly consolidated around theirs. I think the biggest issue here is that the voters who are pulling Biden to the left, those voters are definitely voting for Biden no matter what they say. They are not, at the end of the day, going to vote or let Donald Trump in. So, in many ways, that's doing damage to the campaign. If you go back, Gore, at the very end of his campaign, he had a very close race with Bush, and very, very close race as it turned out, but he veered over to the left in the end. And then Bush took the centrist voters, came from behind and effective and won, right? And so had Gore not veered over to the left and not been pulled, over to people versus the powerful, he probably would have won easily. And here you have Joe Biden. Actually, his race becomes more and more difficult the more he's pulled over to the left part of the party, because it will be swing voters, it will be suburban voters who will really decide this race, and those voters are more in the center. So I think right now both sides are neglecting the center. Both sides are digging in deep into their bases. That's why candidates like Kennedy immediately have double-digit opportunities, when the two campaigns should instead be operating to find that 20% in the middle who is really going to, and tell their bases, hey, we'll talk to you, near election day when it comes time to really rev up the choice.